Hello, this is Jason Jackson. I'm back with another safety tip for the Southland Organics Poultry Biosecurity YouTube channel. Now, if you haven't already figured it out, yes, I'm up on top of a grain bin, and I am secured in to the top on the slanted portion of the ladder. Now, I want to talk to you guys today about something that affects every single one of your farms. You guys already know that the grain bins can be a dangerous location. In fact, on farms in America, around the world really, the most numerous type of accident is from slips, trips, and falls. Falls while coming up or down the grain bin or from the top of it could be a very serious situation. So today I want to try to give you a few tips to help maybe give you an opportunity to learn a slightly safer way of taking care of those tasks from on top of your grain bins. Sometimes, let me give you guys just a little look around here. We're pretty high up. It's not like this is just a few feet off the ground. But in reality, you don't have to fall very far to get a very serious injury. Many of our growers are not very young growers either. So the idea of having to climb up and down these grain bins can be a very daunting task. And sometimes we have things that break, the cords that open and close the tops. They're a problem. They're something that you all have had to deal with at times. But what I want to talk to you today is about a few things that you can do to help keep yourself and the workers on your farm, or anybody that comes onto your farm, a little bit safer. Now, one of the first things you should attempt to try to do is to inspect your ladders. Inspect the rungs, check them from the inside out. Most of them are hollow, and you can usually see in the sides of them. Check them. Make sure that there's not any corrosion. Check the condition of them. That's the most important part. Make sure that it's regularly and routinely inspected so that you have a safe ladder to climb on. And then once you do get ready to climb, don't rush. Don't be in a hurry. Any tools that you need to bring up, put them in your pockets, put them in a bag, use a haul line and pull them up. That's how I got this camera up here, in fact. Brought it up with a haul line. The best way for you to be able to safely get tools up and down is to make sure you're not carrying them in your hands. What you want to do is you want to make sure that when you go up and down that ladder, you can maintain 3 points of contact at all times. Whether it be 2 hands and 1 foot or 2 feet and 1 hand. Make sure that you're touching the ladder with 3 points at any given time. Also, weather conditions play a very significant difference in climbing that ladder. If it's wet, if it's cold, icy, you might need to be very cautious about how you go up and down it. In fact, you may need to just say, well, that has to wait. If it's icy, it could be incredibly dangerous. There are OSHA approved fall arrest devices that you can purchase to use to make climbing them a little bit safer. You should make sure that you have a cage around your ladder. That's an OSHA approved fall arrest device. If you've got a protective cage like the ones on these grain bins, you don't necessarily have to have that while climbing the ladder. And once you get onto the slanted portion of it, it's not a requirement either. But I do recommend that you make certain that you take extra precautions when you're on top of a grain bin working. I prefer to have a safety harness. There are a lot of people who are just deathly afraid of heights, and sometimes that fear of heights actually will really strongly increase your risk of injury. So being afraid of heights, a lot of people look at people that aren't afraid of heights and think of them as a daredevil, when oftentimes they're the safer ones if they respect it. So make certain that you take these few precautions and keep yourself safe out there on the farm. This is Jason Jackson. I hope you all have a very blessed day and the best flock ever. Thanks.